Right now I'm sitting with the Chief Product Officer of Arculus, Lowe. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Great to be here.
Thank you. So you guys at Arculus is part of this innovation in cold card systems, right? And you actually have a card.
We do. We have a real card. So
Yeah.
it's right here. So we have a real smart card, and inside's a secure element. And so what that means is, right, just like in your banking cards when you tap to pay, right, or even inside the first page of your passport, there's a special chip inside that secures private keys. And as I'm sure your listeners know, right, not your keys, not your coins. Really important to understand and secure the private keys for your Bitcoin.
Got it. So how does that work for transferring funds? So I believe you guys have an app that coincides with the card, correct?
We do. So we wanted to have the ease of use of an exchange with the security of a hardware wallet. So if you buy an Arculus card, there's a free app that you can download from the Android store or the Apple store. And essentially you can use that rich user interaction on the phone, right? So you standard scan a QR code, you know where it's going to go, and then you use 3 factors of authentication. So something you have, which is your Arculus card, super easy to use, you just tap it to the back of the phone. Something you know, which is a 6-digit PIN, and something you are, which is your biometric. So, you know, Face ID, Touch ID, and we think that depth of defense is really important, right? Because I could hand you my phone, I could hand you my card, but you don't know my PIN, and you don't have my fingerprint.
So it's about 3 layers of security measures there.
Exactly. But, you know, you can do a transaction in just a few seconds. So while there's some old hardware wallets, you know, the USB style things, really complicated to use, we designed this for everybody. I handed my mom an Arculus card and she was able to figure it out. So, you know, that to me is really important because we want to reach as many members of the community as possible. So you got to make it easy to use.
Right. So you're saying that the private keys is stored on that card.
Yes.
Right. So how do I transfer my funds to a friend? Do I send transactions? Or even if I want to buy or sell, how do I take it from that card to my friend in Wyoming?
Sure. So let's say you want to send some Bitcoin to your friend in Wyoming. So he'll text you either the QR code of his address or just text you his address, right? BC1, blah, blah, blah. So you'll take that address, you'll put it in your Arculus app, you'll hit send, and then you'll go through that transaction flow I talked about. So you'll put in your PIN, you'll do your biometric, tap your card, the app will submit that to the blockchain, off your Bitcoin goes to your friend in Wyoming. Same thing in the app. If you want to buy some Bitcoin, you can do that with US dollars right from our app. You can even, you know, flip it to something else if you really wanted to.
So if they're sending funds to you, will it be sent to the app first or directly to the private keys that's in the card?
So it will be sent to the app. So your app and your phone will generate your address. And, you know, it's important to remember that, you know, inside that mobile device, it's only generating and remembering addresses. All the private keys, which control the movement of crypto, are on the smart card. There are never private keys to your Bitcoin on your phone.
Okay, that's important. That's important. And this might be a silly question, but the card is not connected to any Wi-Fi or internet or in any sort of sense that way.
It is not.
Right.
It is a completely passive device. The only thing it ever talks to is when you tap it to the back of the phone, it uses secure NFC to sign the transaction and send it. So essentially the same technology that's trusted by Apple Pay, Google Pay, and billions of credit cards around the planet is the same technology that we put in that smart card.
Got it. Got it. Can you talk about the other features that you guys have or are looking to roll out in the future?
Sure. So Arculus supports a number of blockchains right now. And, you know, we've listened to our community, and the number one thing we get asked for are NFTs. So we are actively working on an NFT viewer that should be put out this quarter. So, you know, by the end of this quarter, people will be able to see their Bored Apes or CryptoKitties or whatever they've bought right inside the Arculus app. So we're pretty excited about that.
Okay, and how many different cryptocurrencies can this hold? I mean, I assume like Bitcoin, Ethereum, are there other cryptocurrencies?
Yes.
So you can?
So currently in the Arculus product, there's about 80% of the market cap. So there's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, XRP, and basically all the ERC20s that you care about. I realize there's other currencies out there people are excited about, and we're working really hard to add those. You know, I expect by the end of the year to have everything added that people can possibly need.
Got it. Because, I mean, a lot of people now are trying to find like a one-stop shop where I can buy, I can sell, I can hold my private keys. So is there anything integrated into the app system where you can buy directly from the app? Is there a sort of exchange that's connected?
Yeah, so within the app, you could actually fire it up and show you if you want.
Yeah.
You can fire up our Arculus app. It's going to ask me for my biometric, right?
Yep.
Because it's secure. So I'm going to give it my fingerprint, and then it's going to come online. It goes out to the chain, finds the values, right? So I have more currencies in my account, but just for ease of use, we show Bitcoin, we show XRP. So if I wanted to buy some, I could just hit buy swap, come over here, say I wanted, well, that's one too many zeros.
Yeah, that's
we can still quote it.
Send $1 million across. I'm like, wow,
So, okay.
Arculus is really balling.
So we can go buy $10,000 of Bitcoin. You can certainly buy less. I hit is one too many zeros.
Yeah.
Or, you can hit this and swap it.
Okay, you can switch currencies.
You can switch currencies.
Okay.
And
how many currencies are available on this app?
For buy, well, so it's for holding, it's over 30.
Okay.
For buy swap, there's currently about 8. As many as the lawyers will let me put on, I will put on.
Sure, we understand that.
But we've all seen what's happened with the SEC, so you got to be really careful about what you're swapping.
Got it.
But yeah, and then you also have full history. I do a lot of demos, so there's a lot of outbound.
The transactions.
But, you can see all your different transactions on the app.
And it goes directly to their private keys in their card.
Yes.
Correct.
Exactly.
Got it. So as you guys are building out this space, and you have a unique feature, honestly, because this is something new. Usually, as you were saying, you have the USB that connects, to your hard drive or your laptop or your desktop. How do you guys differentiate yourself from the other cold storage wallets that exist right now?
Sure. So I think the first thing is, and this was really important to us, is ease of use. Like we said, the other ones, it's just, unless you're really, really technically savvy, they're very challenging to use, right? So the first differentiator is ease of use. Anybody can use our app. We think the currencies that we support hit most of the market, and we're looking to add even more. The second is just security, right? Other systems on the market, you have to plug them in the computer. If there's a virus on your computer, that's a problem. Some other systems have Bluetooth. Bluetooth can be hacked. That's a problem, right? This is a completely passive, offline smart card. It's not radiating anything. And secured inside is a chip that is the best in the world at securing private keys. So we think security, while maintaining ease of use, is differentiating. Because before it had to be really easy but not so secure, or secure but really hard to use. We think we have the best of both worlds to bring a really differentiated experience. And like you said, we think we have one-stop shopping, right? You can buy, you can swap, you can send and receive. And we think that's also pretty differentiated.
That is great. I know most cold storage does not have this feature, but is there any likelihood of implementing maybe the Lightning Network onto the features?
Yeah, so the Lightning Network is definitely on our roadmap. We didn't start with it because it's a little advanced. And we really wanted to make sure that anybody could get on this platform and immediately use it. We didn't want people to get confused of, oh, do I have Bitcoin on layer 1? Do I have Bitcoin on layer 2? I totally get and appreciate the importance of Lightning, so it's definitely on our roadmap.
Awesome. So if people want to find out more about Arculus and get their hands on one, where should they go?
Sure. Well, you can go to getarculus.com, or if you have a question, you can hit us up at our social media @thisisarculus.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure. Thanks.